Imagine coming home to find your wife bruised and terrified, all because some petty tyrants in polo shirts decided your fence was a threat to community standards. That's the nightmare that shattered my quiet suburban life in Sunset Hills, California, a place where manicured lawns hide a jungle of absurd rules and power-hungry busybodies. But oh, how those enforcers underestimated the mild-mannered teacher they targeted. A man who traded battlefield scars for spelling tests, only to unleash hell when they crossed the line. It started innocently enough, or so it seemed. I was Jack Reynolds, the guy next door who coached Little League and baked cookies for PTA meetings. My wife, Sarah, and I had poured our hearts into our cozy ranch house, measuring every inch of that backyard fence to comply with the HOA's Bible of bylaws. But one crisp Tuesday afternoon, while I was at school helping kids sound out CAD, 3 HOA goons showed up unannounced. Sarah, ever the polite one, opened the door with a smile. "Can I help you?" she asked. The ringleader, a portly woman named Karen Blackwell, think puffed-up cheeks, clipboard clutched like a scepter, and a voice dripping with faux sweetness, flashed a badge. "We're here about your fence violation, dear. It's a whole 6 inches too tall. Threatens property values. You know." Sarah blinked. "But we followed the guidelines exactly." "Let me grab the paperwork." Karen's smile twisted. "Oh, honey, guidelines change. And wives don't get to question authority." When Sarah hesitated, Karen's minions, 2 burly guys with smirks, shoved past her. One accidentally elbowed her hard enough to send her tumbling down the steps, blood trickling from her split lip. "Oops," Karen cooed, snapping photos. Documentation of uncooperative behavior. "Next time, show some respect." By the time I got home, Sarah was icing her bruises, her eyes wide with shock. They said it was for the greater good. Jack. Like pushing me was community service. My blood boiled. But I played it cool, nodding as neighbors whispered rumors. Heard the Reynolds are troublemakers. Fence rebels. I smiled through the slander. But inside, my old Navy SEAL instincts kicked in. Observe. Plan. Strike. Karen's crew returned the next day, strutting up my driveway like they owned the block. "Mr. Reynolds," Karen purred, her double chin quivering with self-importance. "Ready to pay up? Or do we need another lesson in civility?" I feigned confusion. "Violation? Our fence is perfect." One goon chuckled. "Teacher boy thinks he can read the rules better than us." "Cute." Karen leaned in, her breath reeking of entitlement. "Listen, sweetie, we keep this neighborhood pristine. Fines fund our initiatives. Resist, and things get educational." The veiled threat hung there, absurd in its pettiness, as if terrorizing families over grass clippings was noble. I let them ticket me, watching their smug retreat, all while cataloging their weaknesses. Karen's fear of losing her HOA throne, the goons' sloppy bravado. The escalation was laughably predictable, laced with that dark irony of suburban fascism. Anonymous flyers appeared in mailboxes. Beware the Reynolds, violators, and liars. Karen manipulated the neighborhood Facebook group, posting sanctimonious rants about maintaining harmony while her spies parked outside our house, snapping pics of Sarah gardening. "They're watching us," she whispered one night, clutching her arm where bruises bloomed like ugly flowers. I hugged her, but my mind raced, researching HOA corruption, gathering allies. Old Mrs. Patel next door confessed over tea. They fined me $500 for unauthorized bird feeders. Called it wildlife disturbance. When I argued, Karen said, "Old ladies should know their place." I nodded, filing it away. Then came the compliance check, email, $1,000 fine or face liens. Karen's note, "Your wife's little tumble was a warning. Cooperate or learn harder." The hypocrisy burned, preaching order while bullying like playground thugs. I rallied victims quietly. The single mom fined for a pink mailbox. The retiree harassed over holiday lights. Time to flip the script, I murmured. Friday's inspection was the powder keg. Karen arrived with extra muscle. Her face flushed like an overripe tomato. "Mr. Reynolds, your defiance ends now," she barked, waving a tablet. "Tear down that fence, or we'll do it, and bill you double." Her goons advanced, tools in hand. But I stepped out, calm as a summer day. "Gentlemen, and Karen, before you destroy my property, let's chat," she scoffed. "Chat? This isn't story time. Teacher, that's when my trap sprang." Neighbors poured in, 24 strong, armed with recordings, emails, and lawsuits. "Here's proof," I said, projecting Karen's own words on my phone. Quotas for fines, targeting vulnerables, kickbacks to her consulting firm. "You call this order?" "It's extortion wrapped in bylaws," Karen stammered, her poise crumbling. "This is out of context. We're protecting values." A goon lunged. But cops, tipped off by my anonymous report, burst in. "You're under arrest for fraud and assault." Handcuffs clicked, Karen wailed. "But I'm the president." The room erupted in cheers, her empire of nonsense toppling like a house of cards. 6 months later, Sunset Hills breathed free, no more absurd fines. Just real community. Karen rotted in jail, her authority exposed as greedy farce. Sarah and I planted wildflowers, defying old rules with glee. But tell me, in a world of HOA Karens preaching morality while wielding power like weapons, is the real violation the fence, or the facade of control they hide behind? Who's the true bully here, the rule breakers or the rule makers? Drop your thoughts below.